Okay, let's talk about reflexing roses, the quickest way to make even the most standard rose feel expensive, intentional, and full of character. I start by selecting roses that are slightly open but not blown out. You want them soft enough to work with but still holding shape. If they're too tight, the petals will resist or tear, and if they're too open, you'll lose that structure. First, remove any guard petals, those outer ones that look a little bit dry, bruised, or just off. They've done their job protecting the rose and now they can go. This instantly makes the rose look fresher. Then we start reflexing. I always begin with the outermost layer. Using my thumb and index finger, I gently push the base of each petal and roll it outwards. You're not pulling, you're not sculpting. Think of it like turning the bloom inside out, petal by petal. Once roughly the first layer is fully reflexed, I move to the next. As you get closer and closer to the center, the petals get tighter, so just try and release them a little bit before you just go straight in. This is generally only if the rose is a little bit more closed. Hopefully in your case it's not. Anywho, I apply the same pressure that I did for the outside layer, but just more delicately. Still pressing at the base, but with a lighter touch. When I reach the center, I slightly curl the petal edges out instead of just reflexing them, as you can see here. It gives the bloom a more open, high-end look without losing that rose shape. You want it to feel like it's blooming in slow motion. What you're left with is a bloom that feels sculptural, bold, and a little bit editorial. Buy your roses roughly 5 days before your event. This is what I would do if I plan to reflex them. This also is very dependent on climate. So I would comment below if you've got any climate questions in regards to how long in advance you should purchase your roses. Let them open and store in room temperature and reflex either the night before your event or the morning of if you have enough time. I generally use Ecuador or Colombian roses for maximum effect when reflexing. They're the biggest bloom once reflexed. Some Grandiflora local Melbourne roses do reflex. I'm coming up with a list that will be our next release of local roses that do have reflexing ability.